Hello, welcome to Conservatory of the Ozarks. It's Miss Heather.
I didn't get my lipstick.
You can borrow some. Piano and voice teacher here at Conservatory of the Ozarks with Dwight today. And okay, so I want to talk to you about the way you're inhaling, which we've discussed previously, but I want to talk about it more today. So let's, and I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself, but let's think of this from top to bottom.
Excuse
So,
me? Sorry, but I was asking if Dad could open this.
oh.
There you are, bud. I get you started.
So, first, I think we did this in the group class last time, but yeah, open the front. And so do you see how your nose is going back like this a little bit?
Mm-hmm.
So Muppets, if you watch Muppets, when they open their mouth, they're like,
Is that what you're gonna tell me? Yeah? Or don't?
they open like that. But
Yeah.
as humans, our jaws only open downward like this. And the top part can just stay put. No need to move. Yeah. And so another thing about the head is it's really easy to get confused and think of up as this, up from the forehead, which is actually back, instead of releasing your head on top of your spine. So the center of your head is pointed up, which may feel like you're nodding forward a little bit. Because if you look at the way my head looks and the way my chin looks right now, do you see that still yours is a little bit like this? Compared to, there we go, good. So that actually, if you have your head back instead of up, dropping your jaw is more difficult because now we can just use the gravity. And the tongue, tip of the tongue stays pressed against the roots of the lower teeth. Yeah, so it's just like when you're yawning. And then in the back of the mouth, the soft palate goes up like when you yawn. And the base of the tongue goes down. And then you open the back of your throat. As you do that, can't you feel the air come in?
Mm-hmm.
You would have to stop the air from coming in, actually.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to think of breathing. You can just think of opening. And so you are opening your mouth to breathe right now, but you're opening your mouth about this much.
Yeah.
While you're singing.
Yeah.
And so while we're just doing a breathing exercise right now, we can really think about, yeah, and the tip of your tongue is down like that. Good. And so the next thing we can think about is releasing the abdominal wall like this. And then we would want to contract the abdominal wall like this. You can do that without breathing. Like, I'm not going to breathe at all. I'll hold my nose and close my mouth so you can see. And see? My tummy can move in and out. So that can be completely disconnected from breathing if you wanted it to be. But we're going to open in the top and then release the abdominal wall. And because of doing that, the air should just pop right inside. So let's give that a try. We open and release. And it's one, see how your nose is backwards again? Most people do.
Really stuck up.
Most people get confused about up and back. I actually, when I was studying the Alexander technique, that's where I really learned a lot about that because I do the same thing myself. And so if you put your hands on your tummy like this, you can think open and then release. And it's one smooth movement. And then if you feel comfortable touching my tummy like this, you can feel. And then like, I'll put my hand on your tummy and push the air. But so I felt, okay, feel this. This is a subtle difference. I felt you do that.
Okay.
I want you to do this. I felt you use your muscles to push your tummy out.
Okay.
Which is what I was saying. You can disconnect from breathing. I don't want you to
see.
push with your muscles. I want you to release your muscles and allow the air. Okay, let's try again. This is moving before the air is there.
I'm focusing.
This
Let's
should be
start
the
up here.
pause,
Start up here.
And this is the effect.
Okay.
And if you want to put your hands there, you can. That was better. Feel mine again. As opposed to.
Mm-hmm. I think I'm doing this first now, or
Yeah,
it needs
yeah.
to all at once.
It's still, well, no, it is a little bit of a cause and effect, but it's pretty
Okay.
fast.
It's just I'm doing it in slow motion.
And so try yawning once. Uh-huh. And so that inhale, the quick opening and releasing to let the air in, that's how we want to breathe every time we sing if we can. And now, oh, I thought I turned this off. This makes a weird sound on my camera. So the next thing to think about, I'm going to kind of move quickly through that part of it. I do want you to think about that, but you could watch the playlist of breathing exercises to think through that a little more, because I want you to think about the second part, which is the exhale. I want to keep the expansion in the back of your throat. Look at your nose. I want you to keep the expansion in the back of your throat when you begin the exhale, which is going to be like you're trying to blow out the candle over there. So you release to open, release and open to inhale. Contract to exhale. But keep the expansion in the back of your throat. Even though you're bringing the corners of your lips together to make an ooh shape, keep the back open and keep your teeth apart. Are you able to feel the stretch in the back of your throat like you do when you yawn? So, oh, did you hear that? You went, you sucked the air in. That is what I'm wanting you to avoid. Open and let the air rush in. Now, did you see your jaw? Look at yourself. Look at your jaw.
Mm-hmm.
Release your jaw. Then release your abdominal wall.
Mm-hmm.
And the air will rush in. There. Did you hear that sound?
Mm-hmm.
That is the sound. So ideally, your inhale will be completely silent or very low pitched like this, as opposed to or which is higher pitched because you have a more constricted space, and we want a big open space which will make a lower pitched or silent sound. So oh, sorry, it's alive, and people are like, what are you doing? We're doing breathing exercises. How can you not tell?
You've done it again.
Like, I'm teaching Dwight how to breathe. It's harder than you think.
after 37 years, you would think. But no.
So, I can tell from the way your breath sounds how your phrase is going to be usually.
Yeah.
And so try to hear that, and so see if you can do that again.
Still feel like I'm sucking it in.
Just don't think of breathing.
Yeah.
Don't think of getting the air in. Just think of opening and releasing. And I think having your hand here is helpful. Or here, push. Sometimes if you push into my hand, that can feel more. Yes. Did you feel that?
Yeah.
Like the effect.
I think you distracted. Just like you being there was
Yeah,
distracting
that's what I'm
enough
saying.
that I
Sometimes
could
having
not think
someone
about
else's
it. Yeah,
hand there.
yeah.
You could have Dora or your wife,
Sure,
you know.
yeah.
Your own hand is better than nothing. And you can also lie on the floor with a book on your tummy. But anyways, that is, you need to make that a little bit more consistent than it is. But the space staying the same when you close is really important right now for you. So can you keep the back from collapsing even though you are changing the shape in the front? Mm-hmm. Can you feel the stretch in the back? Do you see how you're keeping your lips very tight when you're inhaling? Release to let the air in. See, you don't have to go, you don't have to pull your jaw down, release your jaw. Just let it fall open. Look at yourself, look at your mouth. I know it's hard to look at yourself in the camera, but look at your mouth so you can see. Release. Oh, that's sucking. As opposed to releasing. Yeah, because you like so many singers, like you want to try so hard, you like really want to show you're doing a good job, but like you don't have to like push your jaw down, just release. That's all.
I guess I feel like it doesn't happen fast enough unless I'm like
Oh,
trying to
I'm
make
sorry.
it happen.
You can go really slow right now. This is
Uh-huh.
so many steps for a really simple thing, and we want them to all be perfect. So you can like really go slow. You do have to go fast, but not right now.
Eventually.
Yeah,
sure.
that's the goal, but you have to practice slowly and perfectly first. The Screaming Lady artwork, yeah. It does kind of look like the Edvard Munch painting. So that actually is stretching, like where you're using your muscles to pull open, which is what we
Yeah.
don't want. We want just drop open.
That one
Yeah.
felt pretty good right there.
Yeah, that sounded great, actually. So then the next step, and this is what you can, oh, because we're out of time. Oh, no. We can then, same thing, except we're going to phonate by using a siren instead of just exhaling. So we open. And so the thought of keeping that expansion in the back while you exhale and then layering on top to make it even more difficult, keeping the expansion while you do the siren, that's like the 3-step process. Just do the inhale and then do the inhale and just the exhale, but keep the stretch. And then once you've got that, do the inhale and siren.
Exhales, or
instead.
inhale, siren, while stretching. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
got
yeah.
it.
So you can keep all those elements in place because, and then try singing that exercise again with the sliding because, like, aw, he put the screaming emoji. That's perfect. Yeah, they're right. It's kind of a disturbing exercise, but necessary. Okay, so